thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, stick around for a while. Well, we're headed to a field to cut, last of the third cutting. The prime stuff's already grown back. It's almost time to cut the fourth cutting, but this will be our last field for third. My uncle owns it. It's a square 80, so it's a big dog. Got a ditch running down the center of it. Get on board, get out and see what it looks like. But my first time running this new Discbine. It's a 16-footer. Just got a couple, well, at the beginning of the year, so it's taking me to almost the beginning of fourth cutting to run it. So I'll give you a rundown when we get the field on the tractor and a rundown on the mower. Let's go. And we're here. I'm getting ready to fire this up. She's a lot of this is in full bloom. Look at that dew. Should be drying off shortly. Big overcast day. 7610 John Deere. Got this at an auction in Canada. Got it shipped over here. We were gonna first use it for spraying, but we haven't done that yet. We ended up putting it on here and never took it off. So here's the New Holland Discbine 316, brand spanking new. Been a very good asset to us, man. We've been able to knock hay down like you wouldn't believe. I had to get out of here, get out, because Mark, when he parks this, it's a good idea. He likes to put them stands down. See, this one's already back. And what you do is you, nope, that's right. Hang on a second. That's how you do it. Okay, so we're gonna mosey on through. So here's the Discbine. She's not quite new anymore, but it's the same year, so it's taken off most of the third cutting. Like I said, this is the last, but big 80 acres. We're about 1.5 miles from home, all dirt roads. So let's get on board, fire up. There's a few dead spots because this is a non-tiled hay field. Most of them prime fields that you've seen were like this. That fourth cutting we're about to get into, that's tiled. This is non-tiled, so there's some drown out spots. But if you tiled this, boy, you'd have some. She ain't bad at it the way it is, but it could be better. What I'll do is I'll go around this field here 6 times, and then she'll be opened up so we can go up and back. Yeah, I'm just putting it. These first 2 rounds, I just kind of take it easy. I'm in C1 right now. We'll probably pop it off to C2, maybe C3. We'll see how it goes. All right, we got around it once. I grabbed the gear. We're up to C2. Now I'm going back the other way, picking up my tire tracks, but we're in a good spot there. A lot of water comes over across this road right here and kind of drowns us out. So if you look, well, if you can see, that's not much of a ditch, you know, or it's just a slope. You need an actual ditch to carry that water all the way, but beyond that, everything's going pretty good. Getting her open right up, working on my 4th time around. Dew's off, tires are dry. Nice stretch we're in here right now. That last headland. The reason this hay is full blossom like that purple, is because we let it grow out, because there's a bunch of spots like we're in now, kind of grassy. Part of it's because this side here, the field's turned to muck, that black dirt, and alfalfa doesn't like that. So kind of got drowned out and got burnt out. So we wanted this to grow up as best we could. And then it took the alfalfa to blossom to do that. So we had to, there's my sister driving by, we had to compromise, but we'll trickle this in. If we get this dry enough, the cows will eat this in the barnyard, and it'll be excellent heifer feed. So I'll give you the tail of the tape now that we're going up and back. 7.5 mile an hour. Almost, we're at 2,200 RPMs. About as fast as I want to go. I don't want to get bounced out of this seat. So that's C3. I grabbed another gear. Excellent spot in the field right here. And if you're wondering, it's C3 full throttle. Full bore. Yeah, there goes Greg. He's going to start in on that other field. Like I said, this is an 80 with a ditch running between it. The piece I'm on is probably closer to 50. The ditch kind of runs on an angle. So he's getting a later start. He's going to try to knock that out. And hopefully we can meet in the middle. Turning here on this end row. Yeah, that other tractor Greg just went by on, that's a 4240 valve, power shifted. But that's a comfortable tractor. This seat in this old drill right now is just kind of not as comfortable as it was probably, you know, when it was new. So this is probably a, I think that's like a 2000. So that's a 1980. I can see him right over there right now. That's just a comfort, it sits in there. So just because that's older doesn't mean it's less comfortable. But I do like the way this rig runs. You sit up higher in this and you can really see and turn. You know, that rig's no slouch that Greg's got, but brand new Discbine here and a 20-year-old newer tractor is better, but they're close. What I'm doing on these end rows, I'm knocking it down to C2, and I'm turning, I'm using all 6 of these rows on the headlands. I had to slow her down. We're 6.5 mile an hour. Finish the turn and lay it in there. Down we go. Then we're gonna power shift back up to C3. And away we go. A lot of butterflies out in this alfalfa. This is fully blossomed, a lot of it, majority of it. Let's say 3/4. Apparently they like, butterflies like fully blossomed alfalfa. There's one on this, right on the windshield as I was talking. I like butterflies. They kind of remind me of my mom. I don't know why, but man, there's got to be about 15 right in the picture right there. Purring like a kitten. I'm gonna get out of here, and man, that smells sweet. Full bloom. I'm gonna do you guys a disservice and myself a disservice if I don't get out of here and show you these butterflies. There's one right there. I wasn't kidding, guys. They're all over down here. I don't know what. I've got these at my house. I've got a purple plant. I forgot what it's called. 2 of them on my back deck, and they just sit there and float around the house. It's a calming sensation going on right now. We're in a good place. you guys just saw it. Greg and I are working our way over. We're meeting, getting through this. We're gonna have 80 acres down. I can see he's stopped over there. He looks like he's on the telephone, but we're moving. Butterflies are still, I mean, there has to be thousands of them around here. But we're knocking this out. We're having a good time doing it. You see, I'm on this wedge now. This ditch is running out of angle, so our rows are getting shorter every pass. Yeah, I mean, I'm on a strip about this wide right now. Too far over, up in the ditch. That's it. And Greg is going to be right behind me. He's in that back corner. That gets fat on this end of that field and it gets fat on the far end. That's where he's at. But I'm going to take this baby home. Getting breezy. It's what we want. But anyway, this is that last of the third. It's on the ground. We've got a good stretch of weather. We should be good to go. This hay mower, first time running it. I tell you, it was good. It was good. No hiccups. Check it out. Let's head home. Greg will be right behind me. He's in this back corner. He started an hour later than I did. I've been out here 4 times around, and then he finally got over there. So this is probably close to 50 that we just mowed, and he did the other 30, and he's finishing up. There it is. I'm up on this 70-acre piece that we used to fill the silos. It was pretty good, but it was getting a little thin. This was what was left. We didn't quite get it all, which is good. That's a good thing. We didn't need it all because we got some timely rains. And look at that stuff. Timely rains, pop-up showers. It was drier than heck in Michigan at one point. Some of that corn was starting to curl up, but we got lucky where the pop-ups just happened to hit. Where it'd be raining here, half a mile or next field up, there'd be no rain. So we got very lucky. So we got to rake this up. We're going to bale this up. Let's go. comes Mark. I'm gonna get over for him. He's going to cut some more hay. And we're in. Yeah, I had this unhooked. Remember, I was going to use it on the blower, but I hooked it back up to the rakes. I had my other tractor. It's a 5325. I ended up getting that rear outlet fixed. I can show it to you in a minute, but that's all cleaned up. I could have hooked it to that, but like it said, this old tractor, you're not going to hurt it by putting any hours on it. That newer one, the more hours you put on it, the less value it's worth. Plus, I just cleaned this off, power washed it. It sits higher. You can see better, and I like them old hydraulics. They're just really smooth. If you guys ever ran new tractors or old tractors, you know them older tractors, them hydraulics are just smooth. We make our way into this back machine shed. Yeah, this was my little Canadian auction find. I use that to unload with this year. Sometimes when we're doing corn silage in them silos, we'll use both tractors. And here's the other one, 5325 John Deere. This is a very nice unit, low-houred, newer. And you need that four-wheel drive. This one's four-wheel drive come fall. It's just, you never know when you might get too much rain. I had another guy ask, when's the last time we used this rock picker? We actually used it this spring. I didn't show it to you, we were too busy, but we had, my dad's buddy was down on 53 rock picking with it. So it gets used. Here's a blower that I got out. This is a spare blower Dad got at an auction. This was for my corn silage. It's been sitting for a while, but we got it all checked over. I'm gonna run some oil in it, and I think I'm gonna use it when we start corn. I got another corn blower in there. Those two big New Holland, I think they're the 64B or whatever they're called. Those are strictly for hay. Two for hay, and I've got two for corn silage. Use motor oil. Got spare tires all around here for these tractors in case you were to run over a fence post and completely ruin one and you'd be in a bind. All these were bought. Look at this one. This one's got knobbies on there. I think this will go on that 6420. All these were bought at an auction, and we just keep them. You never know when you might need one. You don't want to buy a new one of them and pay full price. Guys, back home, I want to show you some projects I've been working on. I'm out here with Big Grant. We'll see if he makes his way over here. He's got his shirt off. He's a big boy for only being a year and a half. I'm thinking them rocks I brought home, a whole bunch of them. I'm gonna lay them in here. This one, I don't like the way it's sitting. I'm gonna lay it flat. I'm gonna run them all the way the length of the building. So I had to build this up like 3 foot or more. And when you did that, there was no concrete. I didn't start making content for YouTube like right after I built this. So you probably didn't see any of this being built. But so when the barn was built, this was all just a bunch of dirt. And so I decided to put this in, and I put another tier on here. Remember I said I was gonna put another tier on here because I didn't like the way that was sitting. It wasn't thick enough. So I went ahead and did that. Look at Grant, he's going, oh crap. I had burnt some boxes. I don't want him touching that. Grant, no. Hot. Hot. Up, big boy. Up. That's hot. Let's go. Let's go. So anyway, we built this up, lost Mom 2 years ago, planted this tree right after that. Seems to be doing excellent. So that's the concept I'm gonna do. Let's go over here, bub. I'm gonna lay all these rocks in here. I'm gonna put another tree right here so it'll kind of match that. And look at this rock here. I had this flipped up and it's got a ribbon around it. I made sure I had it upside down, then I flipped it around right. Let's go in the garage, show them what we've been doing, bud. As we come in here, I have this landing, and there was these 3 steps just going into the house. You see them, they're just the ones I clear coated. Those were just up against the house. There was no railing, and they were pretty unstable, so there was nothing in here. So I decided to build this platform. Just finished it. Got some of this floating floor at Home Depot. I put some quarter around, and I bought some finished pieces. It's not perfect, but they glue on, so I'm still letting that set up. But so now we've got a bigger landing. When you're walking up here, you've got something to grab onto, you know, and that's nice. And we're gonna put some hooks on here, and maybe up on the wall for the kids' book bags and coats for the winter. And other than that, yeah, that turned out pretty good. I wanted to button that up, and we did. And he's getting tired. I just gave him some applesauce. Up, Bubba. Still need working on his first haircut, but that's not here yet, is it, bud? What do you want to say, Dada? Say Dada. He likes to run. He likes to do stuff, especially if you run from him. Grant, I'm going. Come on, bud. Come on. Yeah. Yeah. So he's a big beast. We're doing good. Want to give you an update in here. We're still moving forward in my spare time. So that's going to do it for the video. Chopping corn is probably going to be coming up next year. It's getting that time of year. So everybody take care. Grant, God bless. See you in the next one.